All right, you guys, on Ticket TV live streams, like, share, subscribe. Salute to everybody tapped on in. Appreciate all y'all coming on in the building. Now let's talk about this, man. It's Rob Parker, cornball brother himself, have been exposed as a complete fraud. Now, I don't know if you guys watched the Odd Couple show with Rob Parker and Kevin Washington, but they have a show, and it's a quite since Chris Broussard left, quite interesting the show has been, as we all know that Rob Parker has a serious disdain for LeBron James, like most of us do. But does that stop Rob Parker from being a fair journalist? No, it doesn't. Rob Parker has been exposed for dirty journalism, and Rob Parker is a complete clown and a complete joke. Now, let me tell you why. The other day, they had a segment where they were talking about the situation with Kawhi Leonard, one of the biggest frauds in NBA history. Now, Rob Parker, and Kevin Washington were speaking about the situation with the strippers. Now, Rob Parker, who's continuously tried to downplay this situation, while he always elaborates on situations with guys he doesn't like, which is why he does, that's called capping ass yellow journalism is what he's doing, where he basically caps for all the guys he likes and makes a million excuses. But he'll rank on people he doesn't like, which made me really stop liking Rob Parker a while back because he's a fraud. You know what I'm saying? Old ass dude, dried up, washed up ass dude that don't know what he's talking about. But Rob Parker will sit up there, and he sit up there the other day and he was downing the Lakers bubble ring, saying that, man, it ain't really done this, that, and the third. But when the point was brought up that the Clippers had gotten walked down and stripped in the bubble, that same bubble, Rob Parker downplayed it, as he always does. And not only that, he's downplayed this entire situation, even with all the evidence that's coming out against Kawhi Leonard, right? He's an absolute joke. And so Rob Parker, again, who likes Kawhi Leonard and the strippers, are hitting them with kid gloves. He doesn't even want to talk about the controversy. In fact, he has completely ignored it and absolved them. And absolved capping ass, part-time ass Kawhi Leonard. The same Kawhi Leonard, ladies and gentlemen, who has nearly missed 4 seasons. Let me repeat this again. Kawhi Leonard has made, in his NBA basketball career, a total from the NBA alone, Kawhi Leonard has made $325 million in his NBA basketball career from the league. Now repeat that again. Kawhi Leonard has made $325 million legally in the National Basketball Association. Kawhi Leonard has played, let me see right now. Hold on one second, you guys. Kawhi Leonard has played 14 seasons in the league and missed 4 of them. Kawhi Leonard has nearly missed 4 complete seasons in the National Basketball Association. But he got paid for damn near all of them. Kawhi Leonard played 80% of his games when he played for the San Antonio Spurs. Let me repeat myself again. Kawhi Leonard played nearly 80% of his games for the San Antonio Spurs. After Kawhi Leonard left the San Antonio Spurs, Kawhi Leonard has played 40% of the games in his career. Let's talk about that. Now, to the brother who has no brains in the comment section, it says, oh, he's won 2 championships. Of course. He had Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, and Tim Duncan on that team. Let's talk about that. Let's stop right there. Right? He didn't play better than them in the first round. He didn't play better than them in the second round. He didn't play better than them in the conference finals. In the NBA finals, he had an Andre Iguodala type performance and won a finals MVP. They won a championship. The man had 3 Hall of Famers on his team. Then, let's go to the Toronto Raptors, who were already in the Eastern Conference Finals prior years. All right? He goes to that team. Of course, yes, he's the best player on the team, but also Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson got hurt during that series, which nobody believes. Let me say this again. Nobody believes that Toronto wins that series if Kevin Durant is healthy and Klay Thompson doesn't go down. Since he take over with the Clippers, his key team in his prime, the last 6 years, since 2019 he goes to the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard has won 3 playoff series. Game over. Kawhi Leonard has won 3 playoff series. 3. And Rob Parker, yellow journalism himself, who always want to talk shit about LeBron James, protects Kawhi Leonard. I want y'all to think about this. And I have a problem with this. Because if you're going to talk all that shit about LeBron James, shout out to my boy Bully the Bully in the building. Salute, homie, you already know. If you got a problem with LeBron James, and we not even forget LeBron James, we talk about Kawhi Leonard. And these mofos don't even want to stay focused on the topic. Think about this. Think about what I'm saying to y'all. Now they want to be snitches. When they say, hey, man, we heard LeBron James using PEDs, they don't criticize anybody else in the NBA that has been popped for PEDs. They don't do that shit. People who have actually failed drug tests. Go look at all the people who failed PED drug tests and been suspended. They don't talk shit about none of them other people. They're just LeBron James. These motherfuckers is yellow journalists. Let's talk about this shit, right? LeBron James ain't even failed a drug test in the NBA. We can think what we want to think. Kel Sonny can say what he want to say. But these motherfuckers, they care so much about the game. They won't talk about none of these other players who've been popped dirty and suspended for PEDs. Right? They'll talk about LeBron, though. But as soon as some shit hit Kawhi Leonard, these motherfuckers want to say, oh, well, everybody else is doing it. How the fuck you know that? We don't have no evidence, nigga. Show me the evidence. Don't you think the Milwaukee Bucks would have did it with Dame Dollar? They would say, hey, Dame, look, we're going to get you to stay healthy. We're going to pay you under the table, but we're going to restructure your contract so we can lower your contract and we can go bring in another superstar player under the contract. They would have did that. The Bucks would have did that. The Bucks wouldn't have let all those guys go the way they let them go if these teams are paying all these teams are paying players under the table. What about James Harden in Philly? His best goddamn friend, Daryl Morey. You think that Daryl Morey wouldn't pay James Harden on the table if he was cheap? No, he didn't pay him under the table. And that's the reason why James Harden got his ass up and left. So Philly wasn't playing against the rules. They were playing by the rules. Let's keep going. Even the Clippers, they did this shit for Kawhi. You know they didn't do it for Paul George. Why? Because Paul George was complaining about his contract. If Paul George getting side money, that nigga wouldn't say shit. Let's keep going. The Toronto Raptors. The team he won a championship with, they wouldn't even break the rules for this nigga. So don't come to me with this bullshit, everybody else doing it. That's bullshit. That's a fucking excuse. The Los Angeles Lakers, they refused his illegal request. They're not doing it. Let me tell you something. These owners don't have the same money as Steve Ballmer. You have to look at the biggest gaining owners in the league. Who's the only dude that's out here running his mouth with Steve Ballmer? Mark Cuban. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. These other owners, think about this. They're penny pinching just to go over the cap and pay money. Why would you go pay a player all this money under the table and not just do it on the books and risk getting caught or risk getting in trouble and hiding like that? That's bullshit. That's bullshit. So I just gave you 5 teams right there that we know ain't doing it. You know another team that's not doing it? Miami Heat and Pat Riley and them. Nope. Pat Riley tried to get dudes to take a pay cut. They got mad. Remember what happened with D-Wade? D-Wade said, man, I want my money. Pat Riley didn't want to pay him the money. If Pat Riley was paying him under the table, Pat Riley would have went paid D-Wade under the table and nobody would have heard nothing. D-Wade would have took an informal pay cut in front of the world and nobody says nothing. Nope, Pat Riley says, man, I can't pay you that bread, bro. D-Wade gets up and leaves. Goes, gets his money elsewhere. Cut the shit, nigga. Y'all niggas come with them lame-ass fucking excuses. And Rob Parker, you a fucking fraud. Period. I said this shit, nigga. You don't keep the same energy, nigga. All y'all niggas do is get on y'all knees, talk this shit about LeBron James all day long, but you don't keep the same energy with the players you like y'all niggas some hoes for. Period. Like, share, subscribe. Hey, I really appreciate you guys for supporting the channel, supporting the network. Like, share, and subscribe. Once again, there are links. Get the free membership on our website. That way you guys won't miss any of our news update stories or videos. They're all on the website, ticketvmedia.com. You go over there. You can go right to the members part and become a free member. That way you guys will get all the updates. Also, straight drought weight loss formula. Make sure y'all go tap in and copy some of that, as well as subscribing to our podcast show. Link will be pinned at the top of the chat down there below. And also, we just appreciate all y'all who support the channel. Cash App, PayPal.